It is so hard to beat a tailgate pad for its simplicity, ease of use, and affordability. If you have a smaller size truck bed, it's worth noting that many of the traditional tailgate pads won't fit. If you're someone who's only hauling 1 or 2 bikes on a regular basis and you're looking for a simple way to get that done with your truck, the Evoc Duo tailgate pad should be on your radar. It is specifically designed to hold 2 bikes and go on 1/2 of a smaller size tailgate, which is phenomenal for people with smaller trucks or smaller truck beds. I was looking for a solution for a Jeep Gladiator. I've been using this tailgate pad now for about 4 months, coming out of winter and into the spring. It's seen a lot of use and a lot of crappy weather and a lot of muddy bikes being slid on and off from it. It's held up phenomenally well. You can hardly even tell that it's used after that amount of time. And so as far as the durability and reliability, 4 months is not a crazy amount of time, but I think I can attest that this thing holds up really well. There's not one place on the stitching that is boogered up at all, and the Velcro straps are holding up fine. As far as the construction of this pad, the main surface, you can hear there, is a sort of typical nylon material, but it just has a really nice finish to it. The seams seem to be really well made. The backing is a sort of microfiber, and so it is super easy on your paint. And you might be able to say that that actually has a little bit of gripping quality to it. As far as the thickness, you might be able to see there, it's not a very thick pad at all. And yet it has still a nice padding to it. It's just not very thick and bulky. And then coming on around and actually looking at where the bike makes contact, you can see that you would put either bike into these grooves. And this actually, I didn't think that that would be a very important feature, but I've really liked how much extra stability this adds, particularly the ability to just be able to quickly throw the Velcro strap around the top tube of your frame. It really helps just bolster the stability of the bikes while on the pad. So to put this thing on, it's actually really easy. You just basically slap it up there, slightly open your tailgate. The hardest part is just taking these buckles and actually threading them through the hole. And once you have them threaded through, and then you can go ahead and just shut your tailgate. So once you have your straps pulled through, there's some little holes in this webbing here, and you just simply take that, slide it on, and then cinch it tight just like so. And same on the other side. Again, just be sure that this padding on the top is lined up on the exact top of the tailgate. And you can see there, especially when you get it good and cinched down, that's not going anywhere. I'm moving the truck, but not the tailgate pad. And so you can see, at least for the Jeep Gladiator, it's the perfect half-size tailgate pad. And it does obviously leave your backup camera completely exposed, and you can still have full operation of your tailgate. Widest point there, it's coming in at 22 inches. My total tailgate width at the top is exactly 53 inches. As far as loading your bike, that's the nice thing about a tailgate pad. The last thing that I personally want to do after a long ride is deal with some sort of finicky rack setup. So literally all you need to do, if your Velcro straps are strapped, lay them open like so, grab your bike, throw it up and in. The down tube will hit right on the groove, and then you just simply take your Velcro and thread it through, give it a nice snug pull, and you can get that on this pad really tight to the point that you get little to no movement. You can actually see there that the truck is moving because it's so securely attached. As far as loading 2 bikes, still easy to do, but definitely a tighter fit. Just have to be a little bit more careful. And just want to be sure that your pedal on the other side or crank is not hitting the other bike. But you can see the major downside is that you're going to have some contact with the vehicle at some point. For me, it's not been a huge problem because it does hit right on the logo. But I would not be happy with that on a regular basis just because I wouldn't want it to be wearing out my actual tailgate on the truck. But you can see, as far as the actual contact of the 2 bikes, You'll end up with just a little bit of contact on one of the tires to one of the forks, which shouldn't be a major issue. But if you're really, really picky and don't want contact and you're wanting this for two bikes, that might be a deal breaker. So I just wanted to give you a straight up look at that. But it does, as far as stability, it's not like they're beating against one another. Once they're there, they stay put very well. And so that's the two bike setup. So I just wanted to show you guys how stable this thing is. You can see over a few bumps there and around some turns. I intentionally try to get a little crazy here, going side to side, and you can see virtually no movement whatsoever with the bike while this thing is going down the road. So for durability, I'm going to give this thing a 10. For looks and aesthetics, that's subjective. I personally would give this thing a 9 or a 10. I think it's a really good looking option, and it's not nearly as bulky as some of the more traditional tailgate pads. As far as performance, if you're using one bike, it's a 10 all day long. For tailgate pads, I don't know how you could beat it. If you're using two bikes, I would probably back that down to a 6 or 7, only because it's a little bit tight of a fit if you're constantly going to be running two bikes. If you have a truck that will fit a bigger pad and you're always going to be throwing on two bikes for you and a spouse or whatever, you might want to consider a bigger pad. So if you're looking for a tailgate pad solution for your truck and you don't want a full-size tailgate pad because they're bulky or because you don't like the way they look, or you have a smaller truck and can only fit a smaller pad, definitely consider the Evoc Duo tailgate pad. I have really enjoyed this one, and I don't think you'll be disappointed either. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If so, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.